this morning's headlines, Dominica is on course to finalize an agreement for a new cruise facility at the Woodbridge Bay Port. In news from the region, CARICOM calls for urgent collective action to prevent Mpox outbreak. And on the international team, the former U.S. President Donald Trump rules out another presidential debate against Kamala Harris. Well, good morning. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Major Morning News. The details right after this.
Ever wondered what's in your milk? These are the following benefits of Distinction Milk. It's a great source of calcium and protein, vitamin A and D added. It's definitely not a filled milk like some of the other brands. Distinction Milk texture and taste is great for shakes, baking, pouring cream, and a side for mashed potatoes and much more. Even better, because of its rich texture, Distinction Evaporated Milk can be stretched. Isn't it great to know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back. First up in the news this morning, Dominica is on course to finalize an agreement for a new cruise facility at Woodbridge Bay Port. Minister for Tourism Dennis Charles Pemberton made the announcement during a cruise stakeholder symposium at the Goodwill Parish Hall this week.
Additionally, we must address our aging cruise port infrastructure. The facilities in Roseau are no longer sufficient for the growing size of vessels and number of cruise ships docking at our shores. This congestion leads to a suboptimal visitor experience. I'm excited to announce that the government is getting closer to finalizing an agreement for the development of a new cruise facility. I know you're saying you're hearing that often and we keep mentioning it, but we are getting closer and very, very close. This new facility will feature modern amenities and the capacity to accommodate larger vessels, meaning more guests and more opportunities. This also means more jobs and economic growth for Dominica. Of course, this will take time to complete. In the meantime, we plan to extend the pier in Roseau as the first phase of our infrastructure upgrade. This will increase our berthing capacity and create a more comfortable environment for passengers as they disembark.
And that was Minister for Tourism Dennis Charles Pemberton. Acting Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, His Lordship Mario Mitchell, says the launch of the e-litigation portal for Dominica will improve access to justice for Dominicans. The Eastern Caribbean e-litigation portal criminal module for Dominica was launched at the State House Conference Center yesterday.
Today's launch in Dominica takes us just past the halfway point to full implementation of the criminal module. We started off in the British Virgin Islands in March 2024, then Grenada in April 2024, St. Vincent and the Grenadines in June 2024, St. Lucia in July 2024, and now Dominica in September 2024. We hope to do Antigua and Barbuda later this month, Montserrat in October, St. Kitts Nevis in November, and Anguilla no later than January of 2025. Unlike the civil module, the criminal module of the ELP encompasses both the High Court Criminal Division and the Magistrates Court, representing a significant milestone in our ongoing efforts to not only modernize our judiciary, but to enhance accessibility to justice at all levels and within all spheres of the judicial system.
And that was the Acting Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, His Lordship Mario Mitchell, where he says the e-litigation portal will make it easier to file cases and transform the court system.
Creating and implementing an e-litigation portal for the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court was envisioned to provide an electronic platform that would circumvent significant challenges associated with the traditional methods of filing and serving court documents. The portal has successfully transformed what was a time-consuming and resource-intensive process into one which is now efficient, cost-effective, transparent, and reliable.
Acting Chief Justice of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, His Lordship Mario Mitchell. Meantime, Chief Magistrate Candia Carrett George says the e-litigation portal for Dominica is a milestone which will change the operations of the court.
In keeping with our nation's mandate for climate resiliency and the continuous drive towards digital transformation, we are today taking a monumental step towards full realization of an e-judiciary system in the Eastern Caribbean, specifically with the implementation of the criminal module of the ECSC e-litigation portal. This module is not just a mere upgrade or an added feature to our existing systems. It represents a comprehensive and holistic approach to handling all criminal case types, including traffic matters, parking tickets, and juvenile cases. With this new development, all court matters in Dominica, and indeed across the OECS, member states and territories, will now be filed and managed entirely through this digital portal. This marks the beginning of a new era where justice is not only more efficient, but also more accessible to all. Last year, as many of you may recall, we proudly launched the civil module of the e-litigation portal for the Magistrates Court. That launch was an important milestone, and while the journey has not been without its challenges, we have persevered. Through dedication, commitment, and a shared vision, we have come to realize that this is indeed a move in the right direction. Each hurdle we've encountered has taught us valuable lessons, and we are now better prepared for the road ahead.
And that was Chief Magistrate Candia Carrett George. In some more news this morning, a man is in police custody in connection with the shooting death of Clinton Austri of Bataka at Canefield yesterday. Here is the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Jeffrey James.
The Criminal Investigation Department of the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force has commenced investigation into the shooting death of Clinton Austri, made out of Bataka, who resided at Mahu. The incident occurred about midday 12th of September 2024. A male individual who is currently in police custody is assisting the police into the circumstances surrounding the death of the deceased. For obvious reasons, further details can be given into the matter, which is actively being investigated. The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force expresses its sincere condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of the deceased Clinton Austri. Investigations continue into the matter.
Assistant Commissioner of Police, Jeffrey James. Minister for Community Development, Greta Roberts, has called on the newly inaugurated Kalinago Council to be united as they work towards the betterment of the people of the Kalinago territory. On Wednesday, Annette Sanford was officially sworn in as the first female Kalinago chief. 6 other individuals also took their oath to serve on the Kalinago Council for a 5-year term.
Let me congratulate you, the first woman Kalinago chief. Let me do that officially, and wish you success in your continued service to the community. You are ably assisted by a team of 4 women and 2 men, and so I implore you to work together, focused on the sole purpose of building those communities that are entrusted in your care. It is a great time to be of service on the Kalinago Council, especially when there is so much awareness and focus on indigenous peoples globally. I need to state categorically that in Dominica, we give full recognition to the Kalinago people who have passed on to us that rich historical, cultural, and indigenous knowledge that is unique and invaluable. You play a critical role in defining and embracing our identity, our sense of belonging and resilience. And as a government, we will continue to champion your cause as we have always done in the past.
Minister for Community Development, Greta Roberts. The Marigot Hospital is celebrating 1 year of service. Well, in a press statement, the Dominica Hospitals Authority stated that over the past year, the Marigot Hospital has served the Marigot district by providing access to quality healthcare services, including specialist clinics, urgent eye care services, pharmacy, x-rays, ECG, and other diagnostic services. The statement further added that in July of 2024, a new dental service was introduced, further enhancing access to medical provisions for residents within the surrounding communities. The Dominica Hospitals Authority also stated that over the last year, through the services offered at the Marigot Hospital, a total of 70 specialist clinics were held and care was administered to over 3,500 patients at the urgent care. In the coming months, the Dominica Hospital authorities will expand services as the government moves towards full utilization of the hospital. The Dominica Hospitals Authority further reaffirmed its commitment to delivering quality, people-centered care at both the Dominica China Friendship Hospital and the Marigot Hospital. Well, in news from the region this morning, CARICOM Chairman and Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell has urged all citizens across the region to remain alert by staying informed through updates from the CARICOM, or that should be the Caribbean Public Health Agency, and local health authorities as it relates to Mpox and its transmission. He made the plea in wake of the recent declaration by the World Health Organization regarding the outbreak of Mpox. Mitchell, who was speaking ahead of the 47th Council of Human and Social Development in Guyana, pointed to the importance of heightened vigilance within CARICOM. The Mpox outbreak has been classified as a public health emergency of international concern, which necessitates a unified and proactive approach. The CARICOM chairman said that CARICOM will work with CARFA to ensure a well-coordinated regional and international response. And on the international scene, the former U.S. President Donald Trump has ruled out another presidential debate against his rival Kamala Harris before November's election. He said on Thursday, 2 days after the pair's first showdown in Philadelphia, that Harris only wanted a rematch because he clearly won. Several instant polls taken after Tuesday's contest indicated voters felt that Harris had performed better than her Republican opponent, but Donald Trump added that Kamala Harris should instead focus on her job as the vice president. Well, that's the news. Let's recap the headlines. Dominica is on course to finalize an agreement for a new cruise facility at Woodridge Bay Port. CARICOM calls for urgent collective action to prevent Mpox outbreak. And Donald Trump rules out another presidential debate against Kamala Harris. That's the news. Stay tuned for sports.
Honey, did you get the glow spread and mellow cream?
A little help with the bags would be nice.
Shortly, but I need the glow spread to finish the icing for Christine's birthday cake and mellow cream to add to the soup and gravy.
No.
No?
No, I didn't get just one. I got two of each.
Aw, honey, that's just why I married you.
Spread the love with Mellow Cream and Glow Spread. They're vegan-friendly, lactose, and gluten-free. Found in all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods, Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Petro Caribe, Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Well, welcome to the morning sports. We're bowling off with cricket news. Johnson Charles and Faf du Plessis set St. Lucia on fire as they powered the St. Lucia Kings to an emphatic win over the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots as the 2024 Republic Bank CPL continued last night. While the Kings made light work of the run chase to register their third win of the season, the St. Kitts Patriots took first knock and they were able to get 173 for 5 in their 20 overs. Andre Fletcher got 62, Riley Russo 50, and Kyle Mayer 17. While Alzari Joseph, he picked up 2 for 38 for the St. Lucia Kings. St. Lucia, in reply, smashed the Patriot bowlers all about the Darren Sammy Stadium. Faf du Plessis got 62 or 31 balls. Johnson Charles 74 42 balls, and in the process became the first man to 3,000 runs in CPL history. The two put on 115 runs for the first wicket. St. Lucia posted 176 for 5 in 16.3 overs to win by 5 wickets. Johnson Charles was named the man of the match.
It was a very good innings, I must say, but I would love to finish it off for the team. Having said that, it was a well constructed innings.
It was. Talk to me a bit about that opening partnership. Fantastic between you and Faf.
Yeah, opening with Faf has always been good. Very aggressive player, so we feed off each other's energy. So we always look to get a good start for the team, and so we did tonight.
Look, Johnson, off the back of 2 losses here at home, and that Johnson Charles stand was on its feet tonight. How did it feel? Tell me your emotions.
It's lovely, having the St. Lucian people, still come and support us, even if we had 2 losses. It just shows how wonderful the St. Lucian crowd is, and I must say thank you to all the supporters. And, coming on from 2 losses, it's always difficult, but that's our job. That's how cricket goes.
And that was the man of the match last evening, Johnson Charles of the St. Lucia Kings. Well, the CPL action will continue tonight with Alec Athanaze and the rest of the Barbados Royals taking on Kieran Pollard's Trinbago Knight Riders. That game will bowl off at 7 o'clock at Kensington Oval in Barbados. Well, let's bring you some football news this morning as the national player Kian Thomas got a hat-trick as We United pounded Southeast as the DFA's Boys Under 20 Football League continued last night at the La Plaine playing field. Well, We United cruised to the 10-0 win. There was a hat-trick for Kian Thomas. Ravon Kopel also got a brace for We United. Well, football action continues tonight with the round of 16 in the DFA's Division 1 competition with Lakia Joseph Kalibishi taking on All Saints at the Almond Park in Dubla, while Mighty Avengers will play Kensborough United at the Stock Farm Training Centre. Both games will begin at 6:30. Can also tell you that the DFA Premier League resumes this weekend after the international break with 2 matches on Sunday. Sagiko Southeast will come up against Connect 767 East Central at the DFA Technical Center, while Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers will host Tranquility Beach Middleham United at the Benjamins Park on Sunday. We're staying in football news. Garrison will battle Stockey FC as action continues tonight in the Signman Tarish United small goal knockout football competition in Tarish Pit. That game will kick off at 6 o'clock. The other match tonight will feature Black Cotton and All Out. Well, last night's matches in the knockout competition were postponed due to a waterlogged field. In some athletics news, well, athletes are expected to come out in their numbers for the 8th annual Bry Park Memorial Run this weekend. The event, which is being organized by the Pioneers Athletics Club, is being held in remembrance of a former athlete and police officer, Brian Paquette, who was murdered in St. Kitts in 2016. Well, Paquette was shot in the leg while on police duty in St. Kitts and succumbed to his injuries in Trinidad. The suspect, who fled St. Kitts after the crime, was deported back to St. Kitts from the United States last year and is expected to stand trial this month on the matter. Well, the 5-kilometer race is being held in honor of Brian Paquette, and that takes place on Sunday, and it starts at Point Michel. A president of the Pioneers Athletics Club, Cedric Harris, says there will be a number of age group categories.
This year, the categories will continue as follows. In under 13, under 15, under 18, under 23, under 30, under 40, and 40 plus. The event will run from Point Michel. It starts at the public convenience at Point Michel this Sunday, the 15th of September, from 3:30. The time registration will be from 2 to 3 p.m. and the race will run from 3:30. The route this year, Point Michel Convenience, and we take a northerly run towards Roseau, going through Loubier and Citronay to Newtown. When we get to the DBS radio station, we take a right turn onto High Street and continue to the run into Bath Road, continue going towards Roseau, following Bath Road, and ends at the government headquarters.
And that's President of the Pioneers Athletics Club, Cedric Harris. A President of the Dominica Cricket Association, Clement Masla, is encouraging the 4 Dominicans who have been contracted by the Windward Islands Volcanoes for the upcoming regional season to put their best foot forward and represent Dominica to the best of their ability. Dominica's Stephen Pascal, Cavem Hodge, Kamal Hamilton, and Gillan Tyson have been awarded contracts by the Volcanoes franchise for the upcoming season. Masler says the 4 men have put in the hard work and are deserving of this opportunity.
Firstly, I want to congratulate on the successful campaign towards getting a contract to represent the Windward Islands cricket. It is a very good sign for us here at the Dominica Cricket Association, knowing that our players are able to put their hands up when needed to really not only represent the Dominica cricketing fraternity, but themselves and their family, and aspiring towards representing the region. And I want to single out Kamal Hamilton, who really worked extremely hard throughout the off-season to ensure that he would have placed himself for contention for a contract. As well, commend Stephen Pascal, Gillan Tyson, who had a previous showing with the Windward Islands team, although he had at one point secured a contract, lost it because of injury, and then he came back to the hard work and get himself back onto the team. And Kavem, who is already in there. Also, we have Ali Cool, who is now with the West Indies, but also will be playing within that setup. So it's a very good place for us. We just want to hope that the many other cricketers who are looking on and training alongside those guys can see the opportunity for them in the future and really put their best foot forward. I really want to take particular note of Kyron Phillip, who I believe worked tremendously throughout the tour, and hoping that he in turn can see that there's also an opportunity for him if he continues working that hard. So it is a good sign for us, and it is a good springboard for young cricketers, knowing that their peers and people that they see and interact with can get up to that level, and it is not beyond anyone once we are able to put our best foot forward in. So it is a very good place for us at Dominica Cricket Association, and we really want to wish them well, but we want to also support them and be there for them even in the good times and in the rough times, which will come at some point, and to remind them that they have our full support.
President of the Dominica Cricket Association, Clement Masler. Plans are underway for the start of the Smart Productions Mahu Village Council St. Paul's Softball Cricket League, where the league is making a return after an absence due to the unavailability of the Mahu playing field and lights, where league coordinator Roger Francis says registration is open for this year's tournament.
Smart Production and the Mahu Jimmy Taro Village Council present the St. Paul's Softball League under the light, asking teams to register, to confirm, and to start the league very, very soon. The first 16 teams will be accepted, and so get your teams registered. I know a lot of people is anxious for the league and asking for the league, so now we're asking the teams to register. You can register at the Mahu Village Council, or you can call 316-83-51 or 276-8351 to confirm and register your team.
And that's league coordinator Roger Francis. President of the Dominica Basketball Association, Donnie Robinson, says planning is well underway for the prize giving and award ceremony following the completion of the 2024 National Basketball Leagues. Robinson says that the ceremony is scheduled to be held within the next month. Meantime, the DABA president is also working with the district leagues to give support to their off-season games.
Well, right now, DABA, we are in the process of really just planning the official closing and award ceremony, and we are hoping to have that here within the next month or so. And really and truly, that's all our energies are focused on, is making sure that we close the league on time and be able to meet our commitments and ensure that the fans get a good closing to what we thought was a pretty successful league. The only thing I want is that to really let the fans know that basketball is, although the National League is finished, we are working closely with the districts to support their off-season, and there's one starting in Marigat this weekend that we're partnering with. We're planning to have an off-season right after the closing ceremony is finalized. So yeah, basketball for the calendar year is not over, although the National League is done. There's still a lot more that we have in the pipelines as we look forward to the end of the year.
President of the Dominica Amateur Basketball Association, Donnie Robinson. Cricket West Indies has announced the start of the recruitment process for a new Chief Executive Officer. The post will become vacant on November 1st this year with the departure of the outgoing CEO, Johnny Grave, who has led the organization since February of 2017. Well, Cricket West Indies says that an executive manager is confirmed to lead the organization for the interim. Meantime, the outgoing Chief Executive Officer, Johnny Graves, says that politics of Caribbean cricket continues to hold back the organization. Grave, whose tenure as CEO comes to an end in November, says he is longing for the day when the region can embrace governance reform.
Not just at CWI level, but across the territorial boards too, and get more skills-based boards in and really embrace both the public and private sector. Because for Cricket West Indies to revive cricket in the Caribbean to the level that all fans want, they can't do it on their own. They need the help of supporters and fans to come out. They need volunteers. They need government support. They need private sector support. They need the support, obviously, in alignment with the territorial boards who are doing the hard work locally, and they need parents and kids to want to play cricket and teachers to want to teach it in schools. We live and work in a very competitive world, and England and Australia and India in particular are investing hugely in their cricket systems, and we've got to do the same, otherwise we will get left behind.
And that's that should be the outgoing Chief Executive Officer of Cricket West Indies, Johnny Grave. Before we say goodbye on the Morning Sports Report, just a quick reminder that the second T20 between England and Australia, that gets underway at 1:30 this afternoon Caribbean time. England, of course, they are trailing 1-0 in the series having lost the first T20 by some 28 runs. There's a chance for them to redeem themselves in the second T20 this afternoon, 1:30 Caribbean time. Well, that's your DBS Morning Sports Report. Of course, on behalf of the entire News and Sports Department, I'm Gavin Richard saying good morning.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. It's now 7:34 on Your Nature Wild. Of course, you are tuned into your nation station, DBS Radio. Coming up shortly, we'll bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, I'd like to remind you of your Kananago word of the day for today. And today's Kananago word is the Kananago word to agree, to approve, or to say yes. Aha. That's aha. And that's A-H-A-N. A-H-A-N. Aha. Our Kananago word of the day for today. You can join us Monday morning, Hathaway, for another edition of your Kananago word of the day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, your morning's weather report made possible compliments Flo Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Cash in a flash.
at this time, we say a good morning to Karen Basil Lawrence with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for today, Friday, September the 13th, as recorded at 7 a.m. The weather today is expected to be fair at first, then becoming partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. At 7 a.m., the weather at Douglas Charles was partly cloudy. The winds were coming from the west-northwest at 4 knots or 7 kilometers per hour. The air temperature was 26 degrees Celsius or 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainfall measured yesterday at Douglas Charles was 6.3 millimeters. The rainfall total for the month so far is 214.8 millimeters. The sun will set today at 8 minutes after 6 this evening and rise tomorrow at 5:54 a.m. The high tides today will be at 12:51 p.m. and again at 11:35 p.m. The next low tide will be at 4:49 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. Moisture and instability associated with an approaching tropical wave are expected to affect the island later today. Increasingly cloudy skies with scattered showers, which could be moderate at times, and the possibility of thunderstorms can be expected. People in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to be on alert and to exercise caution. Sea conditions are expected to remain slight to moderate, with wave heights reaching up to 5 feet over the next few days. The National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Depression 7 located in the Central Atlantic. This system is expected to remain over water and does not pose any direct threat to Dominica at this time. Additionally, the National Hurricane Center continues to monitor an area of low pressure with a low chance of development located near the northern Leeward Islands. The synopsis: a tropical wave is approaching the area. The weather for today and tonight is expected to be fair at first, then becoming partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. The winds will come from the east through to the southeast at 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. The seas will be slight to moderate in open water with waves of 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. There are no marine warnings or advisories at this time. For up-to-date information on weather conditions, visit our website at weather.gov.dm. You can also like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, add us to your list of WhatsApp channels. Our number is 618-3469, or you can call 266-4490 for further information. From the Met Office at the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Karen Basil Lawrence.
And we thank Karen Basil Lawrence for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments Big Edge Financial and Flow Dominica Limited.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS.
19 minutes before 8. Up next, we present the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board, made possible compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union and Valley Engineering Sales and Services.
Stretch your dollar at Valley Engineering. At Valley Engineering, our customers enjoy our dollar stretching price policy. Save money. Valley dollar stretch prices apply to a wide range of parts, which include water pumps, shock absorbers, steering and suspension parts, clutches, pressure plates, filters, oh yes, oil, gas, and air filters, NGK plugs, ball and roller bearings for wheels and transmission, timing and fan belts, engine gaskets, mechanics tools, brake parts, wiper blades, mud guards, grills, batteries, lubricants, starter and alternator parts, bulbs, head and park lamp, and many, many more items. These dollar stretch prices at Valley Engineering will not shock you. They will only surprise you. Why not visit us today on Goodwill Road or at our relocated Portsmouth outlet on Bay Street? So cut costs and save with Valley Engineering's dollar stretching.
Central Cooperative Credit Union is encouraging all members to update their accounts. Members, please present the following at any of our 2 branches. Valid picture ID. This could be a passport, Dominica Social Security card, government-issued ID, such as driver's license or state ID. Proof of address, reflecting your name and current address. This document could be a utility bill, hire purchase document, bank statement, bank reference letter, employment letter, or driver's license. Where your driver's license is presented as a proof of address, you will need to present your passport or Dominica Social Security card as identification. While you are at the branch of your choice, please take the opportunity to update the beneficiary to your account. The purpose of this is to ensure that upon your death, the person whom you so desire will get the proceeds to your account. Please visit our Goodwill or Portsmouth branch today. Our friendly and efficient staff are waiting to serve you.
And now, your community bulletin board.
Domlec wishes to inform its customers in Bell Hall, Tatan, Gaulat, Savon Pie, Tukari, Cottage, Clifton, Cocoyer, and Capuchin that their electricity supply will be interrupted today, Friday, September 13, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. This interruption is necessary to allow Domlec to conduct load balancing on its high voltage distribution system from Bell Hall to Capuchin. Additional information is available on Domlec's website at www.domlec.dm under scheduled outages. Domlec appreciates your understanding in this matter and regrets any inconvenience caused. The public is informed of a road closure for blasting operations at the terminal area from the western part of Wesley. Today, Friday, 13th September, between the hours of 2:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. The National Laboratory advises the public that blood test services are suspended until Monday, September 16. This is due to unforeseen circumstances. Any inconvenience caused is deeply regrettable.